When a lamp is lighted up and the flame is flickering, then all the shadows are also gonna flicker.
Right.
So you cannot hold on to the shadows.
Right.
The flame has to be steady.
Steady.
And the flame is within us. But we never really go within to look for it. Right? Do we? No. Exactly.
No,
I
but-
wanted an answer.
No, but we are trying. We are trying.
Agree.
That's why we come here.
But that's why you should. But
Why we come here?
right?
Why we come here 8:30?
Exactly.
To go within.
Once in a while, not every 8:30. And even after coming here, how many times you meditate? Tell me.
Every
Oh,
day.
are you kidding? You are the one who says I can't meditate.
No.
2 minutes and I get up.
From last 1 month, I
Right.
meditate every day.
Nice.
Because
Very nice.
you told me.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then,
nice.
then there shouldn't be any questions.
No, that's
no,
fine.
no.
Meditation is not easy,
No.
and
No,
I
no,
agree with
Now
that.
I give
But the
Beautiful.
answers
now,
you get within.
yeah, now I give more important to meditation rather than the yoga.
There you go.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Everything, nothing can be more important in
Yeah.
meditation because
Yeah.
meditation is you.
Yeah.
Meditation is all about you. How many knots they
Yeah.
call the knots of the heart? The knots of the mind has to be untangled. Until then, you are gonna keep running and you're always gonna have questions and this and that.
Yeah.
But as you go within, you will realize 6 months from the now, if you keep on meditating,
Yeah.
you will not have any questions. Whatever I tell you, you will understand.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you would have gone through that experience. So for everyone, meditation is an experience that everyone has to go through. Then the questions, all the samadhi, samta adi, means everything becomes, all the questions disappear. But until you reach to that state, you won't understand a lot of things. But that's fine. But that's the process that everybody has to go through. So all the religions put the faith first, but Buddha put the knowledge first. Buddha says that faith is not necessary in the path of meditation. Whether you believe in God or not, or which God you believe in it, or which religion you believe in it, which philosophy you believe in, it doesn't matter. Everybody has the same mind and same soul. So once you go within, all your beliefs, non-beliefs do not really matter. You are coming face to face with your own soul and your own mind. So Buddha never said, because nowadays we see that. Everybody questions why. Why? The faith is not easy. So far we were shoving down the faith. On the contrary, if you have less faith, then you are not a good follower. The more faith you have, you are a better follower. It's like become something to compare, like a measuring stick. That you are 6 inch tall or 12 inch tall. How much is your faith? And we apply the faith by doing the feats, like how many days did you fast? How many pujas did you do? How many times you did this? How many times you went up and down Palitana Dungar, this and that? You did 99 times, I did 199 times. And it has become a commodity. And it's a showing off. It has nothing to do with faith. Faith is how much you can torture your body. You can torture more or I can torture more. And that's the difference. If you can torture more, then you have more faith. Faith is not that simple. Faith comes only when you have experience. Experience is within. Once you reach to that state of reality, everything becomes believable. The belief, the faith is your own faith. Everybody has their own religion to follow. And by doing something else that everybody else is doing, the faith is not something that can be shoved down anybody's throat nowadays. So Buddha's teaching is very important for this age and times where the minds have become so questioning and people want to know the answers. Why? All the kids growing up, all the questions. So that's why it is better to have your own experience and then only it starts making sense. So in Gita, Krishna says the same thing. Your question, because you said in Gita never says anything about meditation. I found one slok where Krishna says, it was beautiful. This says, Tasmat Agyana Sa Ambuta. So Tasmat Agyan, there is only one Agyan in the world. There is only one stupidity on the world, is that we don't know who we are.
Agyan means ignorance.
Ignorance, right.
Okay.
The only ignorance in our life is that we don't know who we are. And it's a one poisoned seed through which all these ramifications have happened. We believe that we are the mind. We believe that we are the body. we don't know we are the soul and nothing else. But that one seed of ignorance has turned into so many juggernauts. So it's like if you plant one seed, has turned into so many trees and trees and trees. Theoretically, they say if given time, one seed can populate the whole world. All the trees can come after that. So the jungle of sufferings have started only from one seed of ignorance. So they say, therefore, born of ignorance, which is the doubt of the self. We doubt the self. We doubt ourselves, but we don't doubt the world, which keeps on changing all the time. We have so much faith in the world. We have so much faith in spouse's love, children's love, money, all those things, the fame. You think it's going to take us forever into something higher, but it doesn't. And yet we have so much faith in it, but we don't have faith in ourselves because we never went in, right? So they said, tasmat ajnana sa ambutam. So something that has grown out of the ignorance, which is the doubt of the self, and it is situated in the heart sword of knowledge of the self. The knowledge is the real thing. Once you know yourself, that's the sword that you have. That's the weapon you have
Knowledge.
to kill this ignorance. So they said, tasmat ajnana sa ambutam ritastitam. Rit is the heart. Ritastitam, which is situated within the heart. Jnana asina atmanaha. Jnana is the sword of knowledge. Asina is the sword. So there is a sword that is hidden within you, which is nothing but knowledge. We are knowledge. We are the awareness. And that is the sword of purity that we can use. And that can happen only when you come face to face. And that happens only in meditation. So tasmad ajnana sa ambutam ritastitam jnana asina atmanaha chittav ainam sanshayam. So this doubt just destroyed with the sword of knowledge. And yogam athista uthista bharata. Taking shelter means connect yourself to that and arise for the battle. Bharata. Bharata is another name of Arjun. So Krishna is telling Arjun that use the knowledge that you have within to remove the doubt about yourself. And that can happen only when you go within. Putting all the words from outside, reading all the scriptures, going to thousands of temples and gurus and all this, nothing is going to do it.
Extrapolating, but it doesn't say about meditation.
It's all pointers. What's that?
You're extrapolating.
No,
that-
but it is. You have to. It is situated within your heart.
Yeah.
So it is telling you to go within the heart. So they say that therefore born of ignorance, which is the doubt of the self, situated in the heart, the sword of knowledge of the self. How do you acquire the knowledge of the self? Self is only you, and you have to go within. So that's an indication. That's the way to do it. So as you go within, you realize that you are nothing but knowledge. You are nothing but awareness. And you are nothing but the power itself. So the knowledge, normally, traditionally, knowledge is of a foreign object. If you want to know about something, you and the knowledge has to be distanced, right? But as you go deeper into the meditation and you want to know yourself, then yourself becomes an object. But how you gonna study the object?
When you are the subject.
When you are the subject. So subject, object, and the process. Like if I want to learn about, say, computer. The computer is sitting over here, iPhone is sitting over here. I want to learn about the iPhone. I am the subject. iPhone is the object. And there is a connection between us, the process, the knowledge I'm
Learning.
gathering, learning the
Learning
process,
process,
right? All that defines the process of knowing something. But now you focusing all your energy that so far you were using to know the world, all the objects, the iPhones or people or whatever, now you're reverting it back to know yourself. So now self is trying to learn who? Self. So self is the object, self is the subject, and the process is also self. So self becomes a single point. So it's like, say I want to know about iPhone, and I say the iPhone, I appreciate the beauty, and then after I know everything, I'm happy that I know now, next time I see somebody I can talk about. That that's a satisfaction I have, that I know. I'm just giving an example. But when the self itself is the subject, object, and the process, the satisfaction is built in right into that in a single pointedness. So that is the whole idea of to reflect upon yourself when you go within. And then the satisfaction starts coming out. And that's when you reach to your steady state. Because now, all of a sudden, you realize you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. The satisfaction is already there. So that's the process of meditation. So to realize if your mind is disturbed, there are two things you can do. Either you can search for peace. So you think the peace is outside. That's one way of looking at it, and that's what a lot of people have been doing. Or you can understand the unsteadiness, the wavering mind. And that's what the Buddha applied, the second path. He says that instead of running away from the mind and looking for peace somewhere else, try to understand the unsteadiness of the mind. Unsteady, everybody's mind is going to be unsteady. And that's the process you have to go through the meditation. Definitely, if anybody says the first day, start meditation, I'm in samadhi, he's not doing it correctly. So, there are two ways to live the life. The life of a slave, where you think something is going to come from outside, then you're running after objects, people, situation, then it's a slavery. Because you automatically believe that you don't have something and you want something. So you already are at the inferior level. You want to rise yourself to the superior level by doing something. And that's the life of a slave. Or you can be a master of the life, where you believe and you go within yourself, you realize what you have, and then you become the owner of it. Then you have so much satisfaction that all the outside objects become immaterial. You don't have to go after any objects to receive any kind of pleasure, because you are the pleasure. So live the life of a master.
So mind को समाधि तक लाने में कितना टाइम लगता है?
It all depends how many. It depends upon your vrittis and vasanas and how many
Depends on
vrittis
how
and
far you
vasanas you
are.
have. If you are innocent to begin with, it can happen within few months.
Okay, that's what.
It all depends.
All depends.
You may have less knots than me. I may have to struggle so many years to reach that state. You may not have to. It everything depends. Like I have a patient. One of the patients said, like I give an example, right? So she was born here, Italian, and we went to see her,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then she became. She renounced everything and she took the Diksha into the Buddhist state, and then, but then like she was in that ashram, and the Guruji, directed her into Bhakti Yoga and all that, and for 2-3 years, and then all of a sudden, and then they have to wear certain clothes, depends upon what level they have achieved. So it starts with a saffron robe and then like that. So gradually it's up. But then there was an Indian boy who had joined, and within 6 months, but the Guru knew that he was at the higher state. So she asked him, says, why? I mean, I've been here 2-3 years and still you did not let me wear. She says, all because of his Indian background. He says, maybe because he might have done a lot of karmas in the past life, and that his probably mind was not knotted as much as you are. And so that was the explanation. So everybody's different, yes. So how long would it take? Nobody knows.
No, I don't know.
But it should not be the focus either. Because if that's focus, then another thought,
So you are slave of your own thoughts.
Exactly, yeah. So let your mind be free. Whenever it happens, Rajneesh says that don't worry about it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Doesn't happen either.
6 महीने में बन
But
जाएगा.
the process,
Time हो रहा है.
but the process itself is enjoyable.
When you stop
6
thinking
जन्म में
about
भी हो
it,
गया तो लकी समझ.
when you
Kind of in
stop
next,
thinking about it,
in your
it's done.
next life, you will
Right.
be higher.
Right.
It will be
तो अभी
easier for
मेरा
you.
टारगेट है जून तक.
No targets. No targets. See, you're not learning.
You will see in June, Lakshman will be changed. Change man. Okay?
From what you're saying, I really doubt.
White में से orange हो जाएगा. Orange.
नहीं अभी तो वो लेवल पे जाने की
So
कोशिश
the
कर
key
रहा हूँ.
thing is to go within and meditate. That's the most important thing, because getting faith from outside is a wrong thing. And faith is something very distant. Faith will happen. Faith does not have to be something that you have to believe in it. I'll just give you one final joke from Mullah Nasruddin, then we'll close. So Mullah Nasruddin could not see well. He had a very thick glasses, but he wanted to date. So he did not want to have the girl know that he has a very thick glasses. He says that may be a negative point right off the bat, right? So what he did was, but he went overboard. So he went on a date, but before that he had set up a small needle on a distant tree. There was a pocket in the tree. He put a needle there, like 40, 50 feet away. And then evening, then when he takes the girl out for a date, and then they're sitting and enjoying, and of course he does not have his glasses on. And he says, "Oh, you see that needle there?" And he said, "There's a tiny needle." "Oh my God, you have a very sharp eye." "I don't see anything." The girl says, "I don't see anything." He says, "Oh, let me get it, let me get it." And there was a huge stone right in the front. He did not see it. He falls on it. So that is the state of our mind. Everybody says, "Oh, you don't see God? This is where God is." He himself does not know who the God is. All the teachers don't know what the gods are, what the God is about. And yet they are made us to believe that God is there. God is in such a distant. And yet they say, "Oh yeah, it's there, it's there." We are like Nasruddin. And then we fall right on our face. So much for today. So stop being Arjun.
Every last में आप ये joke बता
Okay,
दिया करो.
ठीक है.
ठीक है?